Welcome to Time with Tarot with Nina. I'm continuing a series of mini tutorials on qualities of the characters of the tarot and focusing on the major arcana, the first 22 cards of the tarot deck. As we continue with the Hierophant, we can see that he is a symbol for tradition and convention. This week I'll be posing a question on how to answer it, then I'll use an example of the Hierophant's archetype. While it is better to have surrounding cards to give more details on each situation or question, in these examples I will be doing a one-card reading using just one card for the sake of simplicity and understanding in this tutorial. Keep in mind that the visuals on the cards also convey a message that can give some additional information. The querent wants to dye her hair pink now that she's graduated from college. She explains she wants to do something fun even though she's currently looking for work. Because it's the fashion industry, she doesn't think it'll matter. Here's how I'd explain the presence of the Hierophant if he showed up in a reading in a situation like this. His appearance is telling her to conform and to not step outside of the box. To at least wait until after the interview process and getting a job to assess whether or not this would be acceptable or appropriate. Understanding that there can be some flexibility in your appearance when it comes to the fashion industry, this isn't always the case, and coming straight out of college may not afford her the opportunity to be as free-spirited with her appearance as she'd like. That her hair color or hairstyle may affect a potential opportunity. That it would be wise if she stuck to a more traditional appearance. The Hierophant represents spiritual wisdom, conformity, ethics, and morality. He's a symbol for religion, spirituality, and traditional values. He can be represented as a priest, a rabbi, an imam, or a pujari. Being a Taurus in astrology can symbolize someone who's stubborn and set in their ways. So he's not always seen as positive. I'll get a little more into that in a moment. The Hierophant can represent a time to focus on career goals. It can also show us to keep with traditional practices in the workplace, such as the previous example. He represents taking the time to partake in schools or institutions of learning. He represents commitment and engagement or marriage. He helps us to navigate through challenging times in our lives. He represents rules and is the connection for large groups or organizations. He's associated with vows and spiritual wisdom. I believe in the fundamental truth of all great religions of the world. History and scandals have depicted the Hierophant or spiritual leaders as negative, depraved, fraudulent, and corrupt. While history has shown us that this is often true, especially with access to so much information in the 21st century, we can see that this negative stereotype does not apply to all spiritual leaders. We must keep in mind that tradition is a necessary construct in our everyday lives to help us evolve through our journey through life, and that there are many spiritual leaders that do have integrity, are good, caring, compassionate, and understanding. The Hierophant is seen as a spiritual role model or a counselor. Priests are seen as approachable, discreet, and friendly. They spread the word of God through spiritual wisdom to the people and are an example of the highest morals and faith. They do what they can to help those in need. This is the Hierophant. Let me know what your thoughts are on the Hierophant and if you recognize him and his role in your own life. As far as tarot goes, you can opt to take a course or get a book if you want to dive deeper. For me, the basics are enough when doing my readings, but everyone is different and some people need more. Do what works for you. I did want to end by saying that in today's world, life is already complicated and filled with complexities, but tarot doesn't have to be. When teaching beginners, I like to keep things short, simple, and easy to understand. Please comment your thoughts down below if you like this video. Please like, subscribe, and click the notification bell. If you're interested in a personal reading, you can go to timelesstarotwithnina.com. I'll leave a link for that down below. Thank you so much for watching.